the four colors and the four directions from the First Nations people of America. This is the explanation. Each color represents a nation, and each color represents a continent. The black on the bottom left represents the black people who lived in the land of Eden. The entire continent is called Eden. It is where the Bible begins in the book of Genesis. The red on the bottom right represents the red people who lived in the land of Canaan. The entire continent is called Canaan. It is where Moses was allowed to look and where his bones are buried. The yellow on the top right represents the yellow people who lived in the land of Gomorrah. The entire continent is called Gomorrah. The entire continent was destroyed and frozen over in 2000 before Christ. The white on the top left represents the white people who lived in the land of Sodom. The entire continent is called Sodom. The entire continent was destroyed and frozen over in 2000 before Christ. In the very center of the middle is the North Pole. This is where you will find Santa Claus or Satan. This is where you will find a species hidden in the year 2000 before Christ, when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed and frozen over. The land was tired and needed a reset. The new species, which lives underneath the North Pole, is waiting for their territory and the North to melt. The two continents were reset because of overuse and long-term abuses. They were reset for 4,000 years and are about to melt very soon. They say we are living in the time of Noah, the time of the giants, and the time of flooding. When the north begins to melt, the flooding in the south will be immense. In 1492 before Christ, Moses walked to the land called Canaan. 24 Israelites, representatives to the 12 tribes. In 1492 after Christ, the 12 tribes of Israel were found after 3,000 years of solitude, away from their enemy. A promise fulfilled to Abraham for 3,000 years. It is time now for the First Nations people of Canaan, or Canada, to understand their past. After 533 years of bondage, it is time now to create a new country for the First Nations people of Canaan.